To everybody's surprise, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame was not only powerful but also exceedingly cunning. It had allowed itself to be sealed on purpose. Continuing from the previous chapter, the originally foolproof palm strike encountered unexpected resistance once again. The expression on the Soul Hall Master's face turned grim as he fixed his gaze behind Xiao Yin. There, a figure dressed in ordinary clothing stood quietly. Although this person appeared very ordinary, his aura was mysterious and unfathomable, making it difficult to discern his true nature. "Who are you?" the Soul Hall Master demanded, his eyes dark and stern. Despite his high status within the Soul Clan, he was from an era far removed from that of Xiao Chun, so he couldn't recognize at a glance that the person before him was the famed blood axe Xiao Chun from the Xiao Clan. Xiao Yin quickly snapped back to reality. "Ancestor Xiao Chun." Seeing Xiao Chun finally make a move, Xiao Yin quietly breathed a sigh of relief. Since their escape from the illusion, Xiao Yan's ancestor had been hiding in the shadows, never intervening no matter how dire Xiao Yan's battles became. However, now that Xiao Yin was truly in a critical situation, Xiao Chun had no choice but to step in. Xiao Chun waved his hand, his solitary and taciturn nature making him disinclined to speak much even now. He walked slowly to stand in front of Xiao Yin, fixing his gaze on the Soul Hall Master opposite him. His voice was hoarse as he asked, "Is he also from the Soul Clan?" Xiao Yin nodded slightly. "Then kill him." Hearing Xiao Chun's low voice, Xiao Yin felt a chill in his heart. He looked at his ancestor's back with a strange expression. Until now, Xiao Yin realized that he had never fully understood Xiao Chun's true strength. While in the illusion, Xiao Chun had managed to defeat Elder Ziyin and Elder Gu Nanhai, but it seemed somewhat strenuous. Xiao Yin estimated that Xiao Chun should be at the late stage of a 4-star dosheng, maybe at best the early stage of a 5-star dosheng. However, with this statement, Xiao Yin sensed that his estimation might still be too low. Thousands of years of imprisonment in the illusion realm, such an extended period, though it hindered regular cultivation, the steady accumulation over time still resulted in astonishing strength. It seems that ancestor Xiao Chun wouldn't say such things without some confidence. The Soul Hall Master narrowed his eyes at Xiao Chun. "You're from the Xiao Clan?" A moment later, recalling what Xiao Chun had said earlier, his pupils suddenly contracted with disbelief in his voice. How is this possible? The Xiao Clan has long been in decline. How could there still be a dosheng among them? Judging by Xiao Chun's appearance, it was clear that, unlike Xiao Yin, he hadn't achieved his strength within just a few decades. Therefore, Xiao Chun must have existed for quite some time. But why, then, did the Soul Clan have no information about him? In response to the Soul Hall Master's shock, Xiao Chun's face remained utterly impassive. He stepped forward into the void, and with each step he took, his aura surged higher and higher, like waves rising ever stronger. Mid 4-star, late 4-star, mid 5-star dosheng. Xiao Yin and the others watched Xiao Chun's back in astonishment. In just a few breaths, his aura had broken through the 4-star level, reaching the mid 5-star dosheng level. This level of strength surpassed that of the Soul Hall Master by an entire tier. Sensing Xiao Chun's terrifying aura, the Soul Hall Master's expression finally changed. He shouted angrily, "Who are you?" Behind him, Hun Feng and the Vice Hall Master of the Soul Hall also appeared, their eyes filled with uncertainty as they stared at Xiao Chun, clearly disturbed by this unexpected development. No wonder ancestor Xiao Chun could endure the illusion of the Pure Lotus Demon Flame for so many years. His strength is truly formidable, Xiao Yin murmured to himself, eyes gleaming with joy. Facing the Soul Hall Master's angry shout, Xiao Chun frowned and snapped, "Enough chatter." He then clenched his hand in the void, and a massive blood shadow condensed in his palm, swiftly forming a gigantic blood axe. With a twist of his wrist, the blood axe tore through space, creating sonic booms as it slashed towards the 3 Soul Hall members like a bolt of lightning. Seeing Xiao Chun attack, the Soul Hall Master's expression changed slightly. With a wave of his sleeve, he shouted, "Retreat quickly." He pushed Hun Feng and the Vice Hall Master away, then his mouth bulged, and a black orb about half a meter in diameter shot out. The orb emitted wailing screams, as if countless souls were devouring each other within. In the sky, the blood shadow flickered, and the next moment, everyone saw a gigantic blood axe shadow appear on the black orb that had just emerged from the Soul Hall Master's mouth. A faint sound followed, and a bloodline spread across the black orb, then it slowly split into two halves with a pop. The black orb didn't even have a chance to explode. It was directly cleaved apart by the enormous blood axe. The Soul Hall Master spat a mouthful of blood, his face pale as he quickly retreated, looking weakened and dispirited. Xiao Chun's attack was unbelievably fierce. The blood axe seemed capable of splitting the heavens and the earth, its domineering aura causing everyone's hearts to tremble. With a single axe blow effortlessly cutting through the Soul Hall Master's attack, Xiao Chun didn't hold back at all. Without a word, he stepped forward twice and slashed out 3 more times with his gigantic blood axe. The 3 axe strikes merged into one, creating a red streak across the sky that was visible to the naked eye. Only a powerful figure like the Soul Hall Master could clearly see the 3 crimson lines tearing through space at an extremely terrifying speed, reaching him almost instantaneously. These 3 bloodlines seemed thin, yet the Soul Hall Master sensed an intense feeling of danger emanating from them. In the face of such peril, the Soul Hall Master's body trembled, and his soul floated out from between his eyebrows. Suddenly, the soul's arms bizarrely exploded. With the explosion of his soul's arms, a vast black mist surged forth, covering the sky. In the blink of an eye, the black mist filled the entire expanse. Countless shrill soul waves emanated from the mist, like demonic sounds, piercing deep into the minds of those present. The 3 bloodlines tore through the thick black clouds, but as they darted forward, ripples rapidly exploded along them. In just a few breaths, the first bloodline was forcibly dispersed, and even the second one began to fade. The black mist swirled, and a low, hoarse voice echoed. Suddenly, the dense black clouds exploded, and a bloodline shot through like lightning, piercing a specific spot within the mist at an astonishing speed. As soon as the bloodline struck that area, the sound of blood spurting echoed. Immediately, the black mist halted and rapidly dispersed at a visible speed. As the black mist cleared, everyone's vision returned. They quickly scanned the area and saw the Soul Hall Master standing not far away, trembling and covered in blood. A horrific wound stretched from his shoulder to his abdomen, revealing writhing internal organs. It was evident that the previous strike had inflicted severe damage on him. Xiao Chun glanced indifferently at the Soul Hall Master, his eyes showing a hint of surprise, clearly not expecting him to survive. In Xiao Chun's era, countless strong opponents had fallen to this very move. The Soul Hall Master stared at Xiao Chun with a vicious and grim look. He hurriedly took out several jade bottles from his storage ring, pouring their contents onto his wound, causing sizzling white mist to rise. He quickly formed a hand seal, and a black light barrier surged up, enveloping both him and Xiao Chun like a prison. Forming the black light prison, the Soul Hall Master suddenly shouted angrily, "Demon Elder, you've watched long enough. Isn't it time you took action?" Upon hearing this, Xiao Yan and the others outside turned pale. Could it be that the Soul Clan had another powerful figure hidden nearby? As Xiao Yan and the others scanned the surroundings, a low, aged sigh echoed through the void. "Alas, Hun Miesheng, you have truly disappointed me." Xiao Yan abruptly turned around, his gaze fixed on a crowd not far away. There, an elderly man in gray robes, whose strength was only at the advanced half-do sheng level, shook his head and slowly walked out, a look of disappointment on his face. As he emerged, his appearance began to change slightly, and his long black eyebrows drooped down, giving him an eerie look. Xiao Yan had noticed this old man during the earlier chaotic battle, but at that time, the latter was being chased around by Fire Slave, so Xiao Yan didn't pay much attention. He never expected that this seemingly ordinary old man was hiding such profound strength. Seeing this black-browed elder, Gu Nan Hai and the other elders from various tribes showed a change in their expressions, a hint of fear appearing in their eyes. "Soul Demon Elder, it's you? Is the Soul Clan really intending to break the agreement?" The black-browed elder, known as the Soul Demon Elder, smiled slightly. Compared to the essence of the demon flame, agreements mean little. His gaze swept over Xiao Yin and the others, but did not immediately take action. Instead, he sighed and turned his eyes to the void not far away. Old monster of the Pill Tower, since I've revealed myself, why do you still hide? Hearing the Soul Demon Elder's words, everyone present was shocked. Their suspicious gazes turned toward the void. Was there another hidden expert they were unaware of? Xiao Yin also looked in that direction. His heart stirred. Old monster of the Pill Tower? Could it be that the Soul Demon Elder was referring to the mysterious ancestor of the Pill Tower? Thinking of this, he felt a surge of joy. No matter what, the Pill Tower was now on the same side as him. If this mysterious ancestor appeared, he would likely not be an enemy. Under the gaze of the entire crowd, the space remained silent for a moment before slowly rippling. A hoarse, ancient voice finally echoed, "Ah, I knew the Soul Clan wouldn't follow the rules." As the voice spread, the spatial ripples intensified, and a green ox slowly appeared, stepping through the void with a deep bellow. Everyone's eyes instantly turned to the green ox, or rather, to the person on its back. When they saw him clearly, they were all stunned. The expected old man did not appear. Instead, a short figure in plain clothes, with clear eyes and a youthful face, sat on the ox. The person looked like a child of about 10 years old. The crowd was taken aback, staring in disbelief at the child on the green ox. The ancient voice coming from such a young mouth left them speechless. The great elder did say that this ancestor loves to play with life, constantly reincarnating. Now I see it's true, Xiao Yin thought, recalling what he had heard before. Understanding dawned in his eyes. Soul Demon Elder, you still like to play tricks, the child on the green ox said with a lazy stretch, smiling slightly. His clear eyes turned to the Soul Demon Elder. These rules were agreed upon long ago. Now, the Soul Clan sends you out. What's the meaning of this? The essence of the demon flame is something the Soul Clan must obtain. Old monster, you'd better stay out of this. My clan leader has long been interested in you. Over these years, you've likely reached the peak of the 9th grade mysterious pill level. If you go further, the legendary 9th grade golden pill might tempt even my clan leader to take action, the Soul Demon Elder said with a sinister smile. The child on the green ox just smiled faintly. He has been eyeing me for a long time. Even if I offered myself to him, would he dare to take me? Humph, don't act all high and mighty. When the clan leader emerges, you'll understand the consequences of opposing the Soul Clan, the Soul Demon Elder said coldly. As soon as the Soul Demon Elder finished speaking, the black light barrier nearby suddenly shattered, and a figure flew out, vomiting several mouthfuls of blood before stabilizing with a pale face. It was the Soul Hall Master who had tried to trap Xiao Chun. Hunmieshang, you've truly disgraced the title of Soul Hall Master, the Soul Demon Elder said, frowning at the Soul Hall Master's sorry state. Old ghost, don't act high and mighty with me. You should know better than I do who that guy is. The Soul Hall Master shouted angrily, wiping the blood from his mouth. He had guessed Xiao Chun's identity when he took out the giant blood axe. Who else but the legendary blood axe Xiao Chun, renowned in the Xiao clan, could wield such a weapon with such lethal force? However, he never expected this long-missing figure to appear here and now. Blood axe Xiao Chun, I never expected you to survive until now. However, consider yourself lucky. If you were still part of the Xiao clan, you would have met the same fate as Xiao Xian and the others. The Soul Demon Elder lifted his head, his eyes flickering with a cold light as he looked at Xiao Chun, who was slowly approaching with a massive blood axe. Xiao Chun halted his steps, his gaze fixed on the Soul Demon Elder. He frowned, sensing a presence far more powerful than the Hall Master of the Soul Hall. Defeating this opponent would not be easy, even for him. The Xiao clan is like a centipede that won't die even when cut into pieces. Xiao Chun, it's impressive that you've managed to survive until now, the Green Bull Shepherd smiled slightly. Despite his ancient lineage, he treated even the likes of Xiao Chun, who had lived for thousands of years, as an equal. Xiao Chun's eyes also turned to the Green Bull Shepherd. You are the one from the Pill Tower back then. Although the latter's appearance had changed dramatically, the unique aura was unmistakably familiar. It seemed that no one else in the world possessed such an aura. The green bull shepherd chuckled, the smile on his childlike face tinged with a certain naivety. However, everyone understood that beneath this naivety lay a profound wisdom. At this moment, the great elder of the little Pill Tower finally snapped out of his shock. Ancestor! He immediately knelt down, tears of joy streaming down his face. Despite only having met the guardian of the Pill Tower a few times, seeing him again now was an overwhelming experience. Hee, you must be little Amo. I didn't expect you to have become a doshang. The green bull shepherd smiled, lightly waving his small hand, causing the great elder to stand up. Now is not the time for reminiscing. Xiao Yin, hand over the source of the demon flame. Xiao Yan's heart trembled upon hearing this. When he looked up, he saw the kind smile on the childlike face of the green bull shepherd. Although this smile looked strange on such a young face, it somehow inspired trust. This old guy has turned into a child. How bizarre, Ziyin whispered into Xiao Yan's ear. Wasn't this your favorite trick back in the day? Xiao Yan replied with a bitter smile. He then gritted his teeth, waved his sleeve, and threw the black light pillar toward the green bull shepherd. As soon as Xiao Yan tossed the black light pillar, the soul demon elder's eyes turned cold, and a thunderous snort echoed in everyone's ears. The snort contained a powerful soul impact, causing many to feel dizzy. 5-star doshang late stage. This old guy's strength is terrifying. Xiao Yan's eardrums also ached, and he was shocked. The soul demon elder's power was so overwhelming that Xiao Yan doubted he could withstand even a single blow in direct combat. As soon as the snort ended, the soul demon elder disappeared from his original spot and instantly reappeared where the light pillar was passing. He reached out to grab it. However, just as the soul demon elder's hand was about to touch the light pillar, he suddenly found the surrounding space changing strangely. In a ripple of space, his body inexplicably appeared where the green bull shepherd had been, while the latter was now where the soul demon elder had stood. This bizarre scene looked as if their positions had swapped in an instant. This unexpected turn of events left everyone stunned, as no one had noticed what caused the change. The soul demon elder stood there in a daze. A moment later, he suddenly snapped back to reality, exclaiming in shock, "Spatial displacement. A 6-star doshang? You actually broke through to 6 stars?" The difference between each level of doshang is immense. The Hall Master of the Soul Hall leapt from the late stage of 4-star doshang to the early stage of 5-star doshang and could easily crush Ziyin. This gap was evident. Thus, even though the Soul Demon Elder was at the late stage of 5-star doshang, he had no power to resist against the 6-star Green Bull Shepherd. Behind them, the Hall Master, Vice Hall Master, and Hun Feng of the Soul Hall looked on silently, their faces pale. A 6-star doshang was rare even within the Soul Clan. Only a few of the Grand Elders possessed such power. No wonder the Soul Clan always stopped the Soul Hall from acting against the Pill Tower. It turned out that the little Pill Tower had such a formidable guardian. The Green Bull Shepherd ignored the Soul Demon Elder's incredulous exclamation. He grasped the black light pillar with his small hand, examining the Pure Lotus Demon Flame with an under Xiao Yan's tense gaze. "You old monster, do you really want to oppose my Soul Clan?" The Soul Demon Elder shouted, his voice cold and harsh. "Utter foolishness." The Green Bull Shepherd glanced at him, shook his head, and casually tossed the light pillar toward the sky. Seeing this, the Soul Demon Elder's face lit up with joy, but he stopped abruptly at the Green Bull Shepherd's next words. "Pure Lotus Demon Flame, worthy of being ranked 3rd on the Heavenly Flames list. You allowed yourself to be sealed just to watch them tear each other apart, reaping the benefits. You hid well, but you cannot fool me. Show yourself." The Green Bull Shepherd slowly lifted his head, his clear gaze fixed on the black light pillar tumbling in the sky. He smiled faintly at the flame source within. As his calm voice echoed, everyone's expressions changed dramatically. Eyes filled with shock stared at the tumbling black light pillar. The Pure Lotus Demon Flame had allowed itself to be captured on purpose. Huiyao and other powerful individuals who had joined forces earlier murmured in shock, How is that possible? If true, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame was terrifyingly cunning, capable of outsmarting humans. Even they had never encountered such a situation. Xiao Yan's face was also filled with amazement. He exchanged a look with Sun Er, and they both nodded slowly. Given the little Pill Tower Ancestor's formidable power, he wouldn't make such a mistake lightly. Humph, nonsense. No matter how strong the Pure Lotus Demon Flame is, it can't escape our Soul Clan's Great Net Demon Sealing Formation. The Hall Master of the Soul Hall shouted, his face darkening. The Soul Demon Elder beside him, his eyes flickering, stared at the black light pillar in the sky but did not question it. He had dealt with the Pill Tower Ancestor enough to know that the latter wouldn't speak recklessly. If he said so, there must be some truth to it. Ignoring the skeptical looks, the Pill Tower Ancestor watched the tumbling black light pillar. After a moment, seeing no reaction, he said lightly, "Since you won't show yourself voluntarily, I will force you out." With that, he flicked his finger, sending out a black thread from his fingertip. The thread, seemingly fragile, silently dissolved a vacuum path through space as it darted toward the black light pillar like lightning. The speed of the black thread was astonishing, almost instantly reaching within half a foot of the black light pillar. However, just as it was about to strike, the flame source sealed within the pillar suddenly trembled violently. An overwhelming wave of fire erupted, and the black light pillar exploded in everyone's shocked gaze. Milky white flames swept across the sky as a figure took shape within the sea of fire. It was the Pure Lotus Demon Flame, clad in white robes, his face twisted with rage as he glared down at the Pill Tower Ancestor. "You old monster, you've ruined my plans again. Are you seeking death?" Seeing this, Xiao Yan and the others felt their hearts pound. So it was true. He allowed himself to be sealed on purpose. The Hall Master's face grew even darker. The ease with which the Pure Lotus Demon Flame had broken the seal earlier clearly showed that the Pill Tower Ancestor's words were true. The Pure Lotus Demon Flame had allowed himself to be sealed to incite internal strife and reap the benefits. Such deep cunning. Pure Lotus Demon Flame, your nature is violent. If you were to enter the central planes, it would result in untold suffering. That's why, when the Pure Lotus Demon Saint was nearing the end of his life, he chose to seal you. "So, you cannot leave this place," the Pill Tower Ancestor said slowly, his youthful face looking up at the Pure Lotus Demon Flame standing upon the sea of fire. "That old bastard. I accompanied him for thousands of years, and even if I had no achievements, I still had my efforts. Yet in the end, he showed no gratitude and tried to seal me. His death was his comeuppance. As for whether I can leave today, that's not for you to decide. Even if you have advanced to a 6-star dosheng, it may not be enough to stop me." The Pure Lotus Demon Flame's eyes turned cold as he spoke. The Pill Tower Ancestor sighed softly and suddenly looked toward the nearby Soul Demon Elder. The latter laughed strangely and said, "Old monster, if you want to deal with it, go ahead alone. My Soul Clan doesn't have such lofty ambitions to protect the Central Plains. If it really goes there and leaves this space, it will be easier for us to capture it." The Soul Demon Elder was extremely cunning. Although he said this, he clearly intended to sit back and watch the fight between the Pill Tower Ancestor and the Pure Lotus Demon Flame, ready to take advantage of the situation. The Pill Tower Ancestor was not surprised by the Soul Demon Elder's words and simply withdrew his gaze. "Senior, do you need our help?" Xiao Yan asked, clasping his hands. The Pure Lotus Demon Flame was extraordinarily terrifying, and although the Pill Tower Ancestor was also unfathomably powerful, the battle would undoubtedly be fierce. "No need. You can't be of much help right now," the Pill Tower Ancestor replied with a smile, shaking his head. Then, with a tap of his toe on the green bowl, his small body shot into the sea of fire, appearing in front of the Pure Lotus Demon Flame. The seal set by the Pure Lotus Demon Saint is not so easily broken. Even if you manage to tear space with the help of the tides of heaven and earth, as the tides wane, the seal will restore itself. As long as I can hold you off until then, you won't be able to leave this place." The Pure Lotus Demon Flame sneered, "Let's see if you have the skills to back up your words." With a sudden movement of his hands, The milky white flames that filled the sky rapidly converged toward him. Under the shocked gazes of the onlookers, the flames formed a colossal fiery giant nearly 10,000 feet tall. Fiery demon statue. The giant's feet plunged into the magma sea below, its immense size causing souls to tremble. A single punch from this giant could reduce even a dosheng to nothingness. Standing atop the head of the fiery demon statue, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame looked down at the tiny figures below like ants and sneered coldly, "Old ghost, die." The statue's enormous fist, resembling a massive mountain peak, smashed down toward the Pill Tower Ancestor. As the fist descended, a massive magma vortex thousands of feet wide formed on the surface below, swirling furiously. Facing this devastating punch, Xiao Yin and the others couldn't help but turn pale. Neither Ziyin nor Gu Nanhai could withstand such an attack alone. They would be reduced to dust instantly. Suspended in midair, the Pill Tower Ancestor watched the descending fist like a falling meteor. He opened his mouth, and a dazzling golden light burst forth, transforming into a huge light screen that covered the sky. The giant fist crashed into the golden light screen, sending out a terrifying shockwave that instantly shattered the space within a radius of 10,000 feet, turning it pitch black. The space here was completely destroyed by their clash. The Pill Tower Ancestor lifted his finger, and a drop of cyan blood oozed from his pores. Amidst the rich cyan color, one could faintly see a hint of golden light. Once the drop of cyan blood left the Pill Tower Ancestor's body, it quickly shot toward the fiery demon statue. As it flew, it grew larger, and within a few breaths, it had turned into a 100-foot cyan beam of light. The beam carried a rich fragrance as it streaked through the sky, crashing heavily into the chest of the fiery demon statue. Instantly, the cyan light spread, and the statue began to melt away, half of it dissolving in an instant. The abilities of this old monster are getting more terrifying by the day. He can even melt demon flames now, the distant soul demon elder remarked, a trace of seriousness flashing in his eyes. With the fiery demon statue heavily damaged, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame roared in fury. According to the principle of mutual restraint, the Pill Tower Ancestor, whose true form was a pill, should have been extremely vulnerable to the flames. However, as the Pill Tower Ancestor's strength increased, his body underwent a transformation that gave him a counter-effect against such flames. This counter-effect greatly suppressed the Pure Lotus Demon Flame. Old ghost, today I will refine anyone who dares to stop me from escaping. Your true form is a pill. I want to see what you'll become once I refine you again. The Pure Lotus Demon Flame roared to the sky and shot into the air. Countless milky white fire lines shot out, filling the entire fiery demon space. As the fire lines penetrated the depths of the space, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame shouted, "Heaven refining ancient array, manifest." Suddenly, a deafening roar echoed through the space. Everyone watched in horror as a massive fire array, nearly 10,000 feet wide, slowly emerged from the void above. As the massive array appeared in the sky, the boundless magma sea began to churn. To everyone's shock, a colossal fire array slowly emerged from the sea below. With these two enormous fire arrays, one above and one below, the faces of the Pill Tower Ancestor and the Soul Demon Elder darkened instantly. The ancient formation, which covered the sky, slowly rotated. The Pure Lotus Demon Flame laughed uproariously. "Ha ha, old ghost, you didn't expect this, did you? The seal array personally set up by the Pure Lotus Demon Saint has now become my weapon. Over these thousands of years, I have fully understood its secrets. Within this demon flame space, who can challenge me?" Everyone gasped in shock at this scene. This is big trouble. This terrifying array was far stronger than the Great Net Demon Sealing formation used by the Hall Master of the Soul Hall. Ziyin and the others stared intently at the gigantic arrays in the sky and on the sea, their faces filled with dread. They could feel that even a slight overflow of energy from these arrays could easily obliterate them. While everyone was stunned by the sudden change in the situation, Xiaoyan suddenly clutched his forehead. At that moment, the strange light cluster in his mind began to tremble at an astonishing frequency, as if something was about to awaken within it.